Sikkim is the second smallest state, measuring 7,096 square kilometers, accounts for 0.22% of the total area of India, and total population is 5,50,000, which is mere 0.05% of the population of India. It encompasses with the outstanding range of the pristine natural beauty terrain, Kanchenjunga, the highest peak of India. Sikkim came under Buddhist influence via Tibet, and supposedly this was foretold by the chief protagonist of Nygmapa Buddhism, Guru Padmasambhava, or Rinpoche, one of the pioneers of Mahayana Buddhism, and encompasses the Vajrayana teaching.
Though there's not much of difference between Sutra and Vajrayana, Hinayana or Mahayana. So we practice Mahayana. However, when we follow our monastery history or the Mahayana history, it mentions Buddha was not the founder of Buddhism. In fact, Buddha was the fourth incarnation of the first Buddha. First Buddha was Khorwajik, second was Yusung, third was Sartup, and fourth was Shakyamuni Buddha or Gautam Buddha. Lotus Buddha, he is the incarnation of all the four Buddhas as well as all the Bodhisattva. Here, though we belong to Mahayana, but then we also practice Buddha's teaching. We also practice his prayers, and as well as Padmasambhava. In fact, Padmasambhava's incarnation was predicted by Lotus Buddha. So that's why we relate with Padmasambhava.
One important thing is that Guru Padmasambhava visited Tibet in the 8th century AD. So after completing his spiritual mission in Tibet, so Guru Padmasambhava thought that in future there is a threat to Dharma in Tibet. So then he has to select hidden lands around Tibet. So Sikkim was considered one of the Guru Padmasambhava's major hidden lands around Tibet, and very low land and climatically warm and is suitable for the Dharma practitioners. So he blessed these lands. He had the exercise all the dreadful spirits, and some spirits, powerful spirits, are converted into a protective deities or guardians of these hidden lands. So these are the protective deities, like you say Kanchenjunga. So we say Kanchenjunga. Kanchenjunga is our chief guardian deity of Sikkim, and Guru Drakmar's sadhana is practiced in Sikkim because two things. One thing is that all the Sikkimese Buddhists regard Guru Padmasambhava as a patron saint of Sikkim. Other thing is Guru Padmasambhava has basically 8 forms. So one of the form is Guru Drakmar.
Chaam or Lama dance is one colorful and attractive form of dance which is performed as a part of meditative rituals and ceremonies at the monasteries that are under Nyingma school of Tibetan Buddhism. There are quite a few forms of Chaam. Its specific form generally represents the enactment of certain sacred rites pertaining to the countering of the obstructive forces that hinder the life and well-being of the human. The major monasteries of Sikkim perform their annual rituals in 10th lunar month, preceding the harvest festival Losung. The ceremony begins from 24th day of the month and concluded on 30th day with a ritual dance on last 2 days, that is 28th and 29th of the month. A few monasteries like Pemayangtse, Tashiding and Lachen perform their annual mask dance ritual on 20th and 29th day of the 12th lunar month.
The Nygmapa reached Sikkim in 1642 AD and introduced Buddhism. And during the time of third Shogyar Chagdal Namgyar, dance was, the mask dance was introduced in the monastery. That is in the Pemayangtse monasteries. Later, the Cham performance was, started in other smaller monasteries. Pemayangtse is Nygmapa's major monasteries. So Kagyupa sect, that is next sect, came in Sikkim in 1730 AD. So established first monastery in Ralang. So they have introduced mask dance that is brought along with them from Tibet. So later on they have mix of some Nygmapa traditions, like some chams are imitated from Nygmapa. So basically you will see in every monastery chams are almost identical in every monastery. The only difference is that Pemayangtse has a unique dance like in Guru Drakmar Chaam.
Guru Drakmar Chaam, the main ritual is being performed at Losar festival, the new year and lunar calendar of Tibet, in every year at this Pemayangtse monastery. All of the monks of Pemayangtse get together and perform in Cham in this occasion. The Cham performance starts with the roll Cham, welcoming all the deities and fairies, which is being performed by the main monks of the monastery. Cham She introduces the performers who wearing the masks of different living creatures. It introduced a line of control against the mischievous spirits so that they may not dare to enter the courtyard during the ritual. Shaya is a four-headed mask dance that introduces the living creature. It indicates the four directions like south, north, east and west.
Basically in the mask dance we called Shaya. Shaya dance is horned animals, which includes a yak and a bull, and one is a Garuda, and another one is I think the deer maybe. So one after another the lamas demonstrate their power to the evils. If you don't go away, still you want to harm us, then I'll send my force of the horned animals. So then he sent horn animals. Shaya dance comes first.
Namding is a dance of flying creatures.
Then if Shaya is not able to, eradicate or get rid of the evils, then the Lama will send wing animals, that is including a Garuda and vulture, crow. So these are the wing animals, like they have a beak and claws to peck on the head of the animals and scratch with their claws.
Nygmapa Chaam, or Black Hat Dance, is often seen in the series of Sikkimese mask dances. Shanuk Dolop is performed by the third head monk of the monastery, and senior monks performed in Shanuk. Dhur is a skeleton dance. The skeleton dancers represent benevolent spirits through wearing skeleton-like white, tight-fitting costumes with a mask representing human skull. Skeleton dance is displaying that how they do enjoy eating a corpus in the cemetery.
So they are also not able to defeat the enemies. Then the monks send the Takcha-balap. Takcha-balap is a Tibetan word. Takcha-balap means what? Takcha is a blood of ocean. Balap is waves of the blood of the oceans. Because when you send a lion, tiger and leopards, that is a one group of the animal is called Takcha-balap. So they send the lion groups to defeat the enemies. So they will scratch and they will bite with their fangs. Then the animal blood will spread here and there, and they're playing like blood of boiling blood of oceans.
Thom Cham is a part dance wearing horrible face of male and female mask. This dance signifies that how the ferocious deities enjoy a feast of flesh and blood of the dead evil spirits, and in turn they liberate the souls of the same to the state of Dharma Dhatu.
Devil-minded people are invited there through the prayer and destroyed. First the black hat dance, the Bajra master of the black hat who comes. Then after that, the skeleton, they come and they paralyze the effigy. Then the black hat dance again come. Then they invite all the devil motives or the negative forces onto it. Then ultimately they, with the dagger, the purva, and with the knife, first with the purva, then with the knife, then also just smashing all this. Then ultimately again the stake comes. Before the stake, a group of the wrathful deities, the Tau, which has a red, yellow, all wrathful looking, those are called the Tau Tamu.
Shava, a stag dance, had a significant role to play in killing the linga. A dove effigy representing destructive elements and its flesh and blood is offered to have mentioned wrathful deities. Rongcham, a general mask dance of various animal-headed displaying a combined power to suppress the evil powers.
It was introduced by third king Chagdar Namgyal in 18th century 18. That is 706 to 7. When he remained in Tibet, then the king remained in Tibet and master in these ritual dances. Then when he came back from Tibet, so he had introduced this Rongcham.
The series of the dances in all the major monasteries are mainly comprised of mask dance, except Pemayangtse monastery, which has a special addition that is a dance of Guru Drakmar, or wrathful form of Guru Padmasambhava.
The Guru Drakmar Chaam is particularly in Demajong only. Even in Demajong, Guru Drakmar Chaam, Guru Drakmar rituals, ceremonies are performed in many monasteries, but these monasteries do not show the Guru Drakmar Chaam itself.
They display Guru Drakmar dance in the form of a huge effigy resembling Guru Drakmar made upon a bamboo basket, which is concealed under an embroidered garment attire with ritual ornaments.
This mask is not ordinary mask. It is the only piece of mask today in the world. And the mask was carved by the holy monk, the Rinpoche, known as the Linkyu Rinpoche. He was the one who received the Guru Drakmar treasure tax from Khandu Sampu cave in mid 18th century. So whatever when he received the treasure tax and visualized the dance of the Guru Drakmar, accordingly he made the marks by himself, because he was a good artist as well as the painter and then sculptor.
Of course, the dancer has to lift a huge effigy from inside the basket and makes its dancing movements very carefully with the help of the marks drawn on the ground. The effigy's both hands are in stretched position and carried a vajra in right and bandha in the left hand, signifying a complete domination of the destructive elements of Buddha Dharma.
The Guru Drakmar is a process through which all the negative forces, all the evil motives, all the devils are destroyed. In Buddhism, devil, evil, or witches, or negative forces are those who always try to harm others. Instead of helping others, who always try to harm others or cause suffering to others, or always suppress others or take over the things from others. The drawings of the devils or the negative forces was drawn on a paper, and again all the evil forces, the bad elements were invited with the prayer into that picture, and it was again destroyed by burning.
In Buddhist philosophy, the Acharya or the great sense of ancient India, who have attained a high level of accomplishment but could return on earth, appeared in this form. Masks made of pine wood and worn by the persons who amuse the crowd during religious dance.
That is called achara. So when you, in real sense, when you see the achara is entertaining the people, and achara is that helping the lamas to maintain the discipline of the courtiers. But in the real sense, acharas are actually that displayed in order to distract the evils.
Costumes which used in this sacred dance are shamkho, a loose embroidered garment with triangular shaped sleeves and made of Chinese brocade, shoulder covered embroidered with cross vajra marks; jorpang, an apron with a picture of fearsome deity's face, worn by chief dancers; rejim, a boot made of cloth and skin; region, an ornament made of bones, usually worn by the tantric dancers. They use cymbals, drums, and horn instruments for chanting and dance performances.
And at the last, the procession went, and through prayer, through the systematic of the Guru Drakmar performances, they made a killing zone. is not always there. It differs from year to year and time. The killing zone is always indicated by an astrologer or by a holy monk, where it should be made and how it should be made, that is there. After calling the evil spirits, the bad spirits of the negative forces into that killing zone, the other weapons are thrown, arrows and other things which are made out of clay and dough, or the rice dough, brown flour dough, and there are different articles in it. So these are the weapons which would destroy the evil forces or the negative forces. Then ultimately the whole Guru Drakmar himself jumps into it and destroys the whole thing, and the fire is created, burned down completely. And at the same time, all the evil motives and the negative forces, their subconscious principle or their spirits are liberated to the Holy Land.
Teaching process is very hard. You know that we have monastic schools where we can teach these things. First stage of teaching is to learn the Tibetan scriptures, the Tibetan alphabet and Tibetan language. So after the students are got through in Tibetan language, then he will teach some prayer manners. And student is always, in ancient times, it is system of education is Guru Chela system like, and he will train at least for 5 years in the beginnings. After that, then he has to go for another 5 years for higher educations. So within 10 years, he will almost be able to learn the system of the the Sikkimese the religion. Then afterwards they opt for going meditation course for 3 years, 3 months course, and after that he will be called Chamba, and he'll be master to impart teachings to lay devotees, and teachings to again he has to impart his teachings whatever he has learned to his younger monks.
Now, during the king's time, there was a systematic type of education, though there was no funding from the outside world. Today, we get lots of funding from India. The sad part is monastic schools are not properly shaped up. We need lots of material, teaching aids, material means teaching aids, modern equipment to make these young children to be educated properly.
These days, government has opened, they started financing many monastic schools. So encouraging them to, house all the monks in one schools by appointing a teacher from the government on the honorary salary, not like a regular basis, but ad hoc salary. In Sikkim, in the context of Sikkim, there is very thin boundary between culture and religion. You know that. When you talk about culture, it is always connected with religion here in Sikkim. So there is basically two departments in Sikkim. There's one is ecclesiastic department. It looks after the administrative control of the monasteries, and another department is culture departments. So culture department, in the sense, it looks after from religious to the folk cultures, and main charms of this valley is the religious dances. So culture department gives financial assistance to preserve and protect the religious costumes like marks and some religious costumes that is very costly, and it is always made of Chinese brocade. So we have to procure from Kalimpong or Nepal, or sometimes from Bhutan. The charm we have performed is to eradicate or untoward happenings and to restore peace in the states. Actually, it's also that you can say peace message.
Let all the sentient beings be free from all the sufferings and from the root cause of sufferings.
Guru Drakmar Chaam is a glorious festival of Sikkim. People of the world join in this festival and acquire good feel of peace from this cultural heritage.